Kofi Bartels, let's talk. What is health? It's more than the absence of illness. It's a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. But let's delve deeper. Health is the heartbeat of life. It's the rhythm that keeps us moving forward. The pulse that echoes our vitality. It's a symphony of balance and harmony, resonating in every aspect of our existence. Health is a silent conductor, orchestrating the dance between the body and mind. It's the energy that propels us towards our dreams and aspirations. It is the foundation upon which we build our futures. So, what is health to you? Join me, Kofi Bartels, this and every Thursday for Health Thursday, 8 a.m. on the Morning Crossfire as we explore important issues affecting your health. Only on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, it's still the Morning Crossfire right here on 99.3 Nigerian Info. It's Health Thursday, and like you heard, we always take care of your health on Thursdays right here on the Morning Crossfire. My name is Kofi Bartels. We'll introduce our guest in a bit, but this weekend on Sunday, the world will mark the International Women's Day, the official International Women's Day. I know some of you are going to say, oh, how many Women's Day do we have? Yeah, I know, but we have one official International Women's Day. In fact, are you aware that the entire month, March, is designated Women's Month? Yes, indeed, and it's an important celebration, an important observance because of the plight of women around the world. And we'll be talking a lot about women and women's activities and issues all through the month March. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to the Morning Crossfire if you're joining us.
This is Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, this morning, like I said, we're talking women's health, particularly ensuring inclusion of women with disabilities. Ensuring inclusion of women with disabilities. As we mark International Women's Day. We have a guest joining us today. I'll introduce her in a moment. But we often talk about ensuring inclusion of persons with physical challenges or with disabilities, be it, visual impairment or physical, difficulties. But we have never, ever talked about women in particular. I have never talked about women with disability in particular. And this conversation for me is very important because it is the first time. And it should have been had a long time ago on Health Thursday. Disability issues are very paramount in our part of the world. So we'll look at it as we mark International Women's Day. As we know, people living with disabilities have challenges in this part of the world. But in life, whatever we face as human beings, women face more challenges, and especially in this part of the world. So we're asking you, how can we ensure inclusion of healthcare services for women with disabilities and generally the welfare of women with disabilities? Do you know anyone? And what are your thoughts on the difficulties they face from day to day? All right, let's introduce our guest. The CV of our guest is quite intimidating. She is a board member, Project Enable Africa, where she advocates for disability inclusion across Africa. She's also a dedicated volunteer and mentor who works with organizations like the Sherry Blair Foundation, WIMBIZ, WISCA, the Academy for Women Entrepreneurs, Slum to School Africa, and the Private Sector Health Alliance of Nigeria, as well as Illuminate Nigeria Development Network. Her work spans stakeholder engagement, policy design, and building strategic alliances across diverse sectors like financial services, management consulting, healthcare, and retail. I'll tell you more about our guest. She's a member of the Chartered Institute of Public Relations, UK. She is a member of the Chartered Institute of Marketing, UK. She's a member of the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations. She is an associate of the Advertising Practitioners Council of Nigeria. And she is a fellow of the National Institute of Marketing of Nigeria. Those are my people. I was a student, member of NIM when I was at the University of Calabar. So I would like to introduce our guest, Miss Oluwayemisi Adekunle. Please give it up for her. Madam, good morning to you. It's great to have you on the Morning Crossfire today.
Good morning, Kofi. So good to see you again.
Yes, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. You know, I didn't know you were a marketer. So you're a fellow marketer. Yeah. You know, they say marketers rule the world. So welcome.
Yes, we do. Thank you.
Yes, indeed. And I'm inspired by your volunteering work, you know, because it's not a culture in this part of the world for people to volunteer their time and resources to charitable causes. So it's good to have you. For those
Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam. For those listening, please call 0201 277 0993. 0201 277 0993. The number is back. Please allow the women have their special line. All right. Please. I'm using God to beg. Amen. The special line for our female listeners is 0201 465 7190. 0201 465 7190. And of course, a WhatsApp number for your messages only at this time, 08095 975805. 08095 975805. Please indicate your name, your location, and of course you can type your comment. We're streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube. You can search on Nigerian 4FM and you can have your say there. Don't forget the One Play lottery is still on. If you've not played this morning, please head on to the website www.oneplay.ng, the number one and the word play together.ng. Click on the box that has the Nigeria Info logo, and then you can follow the prompts to play. Each ticket costs 500 naira, and you stand a chance of winning 25,000 naira today. Alternatively, you can dial from your phone *347 *880 *3 hash, *347 *880 *3 hash, and you follow the prompts to play and possibly to win. All right, madam, let's get into the thick of things. What is the state of health and welfare? Because nowadays health and welfare are put together, looking at what the government is saying. And what's the state of health and welfare of women who are living with disabilities?
Okay, so, generally in Nigeria, the state of healthcare needs a lot of intervention. So you cannot play it back to women living with disability. These are we are talking about women that may be visually impaired, limited mobility issues, and women that might be living in rural areas that are not even accessible on a good day. So for women like that living in such region and in such places across the country, they are not able to get the kind of health care they need. And even when they manage to get themselves to the hospital, the healthcare practitioners are not well equipped in some cases to be able to attend to such women. We live in a society that still stigmatizes disability, where some people still see it as a cost. So when a woman living with disability tries to access healthcare in some cases, she's treated with disdain, she's scorned at, and people see as somebody that is bothering them, sort of. Meanwhile, this is something that she should be able to access on a good day. But because the limited healthcare we have is a struggle for every citizen to access it. So it's even a double struggle for women living with disability. So it's not just about the policies alone. It's also about the structure that is in place. It's about recognizing the humanity, the dignity, and the right to live a healthy, fulfilling life for these women. They are denied of this because they are already stigmatized. They are seen as the scorn of the society. They face unique challenges that require thoughtful, compassionate, and comprehensive solutions. But a lot of people are too much in a hurry to be able to step back and provide this for them. So there's no access to adequate health care. That's what I would say for most women living with disability. And even when you manage, maybe you've been able to walk your way through accessing this kind of things with your money, it's still a bit of a challenge to get the kind of quality care that you really, really deserve.
Quite interesting and also worrying at the same time. So you've talked about, first of all, social stigma, let's call it that.
Yes.
That women who have disability have to endure or have to go through. Then secondly, talking about the access to the specific care that women with disability need. And you're saying that even the medical institutions, health facilities are not equipped to attend to women with disability. If you're listening to me this morning and you are a woman living with disability, please call and let us know. If you have a unique ability. I think I always say differently abled is a way to put it. And I like what my producer Zena put here as well. She called it unique ability. Or differently abled, which is good. So please call right now if you're a woman who is uniquely abled or differently able. Please call and share your experience with us. But madam, I want you to share in your experience how does the intersectionality of being both a woman and having a disability affect your everyday life and your career in Nigeria?
Okay, so, I started living with disability from age 2. I'm in my 50s now, so it's been quite a journey. But it's been, let's talk about the physical barriers to start with. Most of our hospitals are not even equipped with ramps, elevators, accessible restrooms for people living with disability. Being a woman on a wheelchair, you are not able to enter a clinic or reach the examination room because these are things that you need to do normally. And, even the kind of wheelchair that we have available, most times they are not suitable for our roads and we don't, like most roads in Nigeria don't have pedestrian walkways where you can easily walk with your wheelchair and you can easily move around. And we don't even have the kind of transportation that enables you to go out freely the way you want. Then where do you go to? The kind of places you go to that does not even have provisions for the kind of person that you are. Is that where you're not encouraged to socialize? That is it. Then, in terms of business opportunities, some people, if you come to them as a physically challenged person, or that you need to do business with them, they look down on you and like, why should I be doing business with someone that is cursed? Because that stigma of being a cursed person is still there. So people still see you as someone they would rather not do some business with because they feel you don't have the strength to be able to carry out the business the way they would love to carry it out. So those are segregations that limit the access to financial empowerment, to health empowerment for women living with disability.
All right, very interesting indeed. And these are the things we need to change and work on. I'll read out the numbers again: 0201 465 7190. 0201 465 7190. And then the second number 0201 277 0993. 0201 277 0993. WhatsApp number is 080 9597 5805. 080 9597 5805. Hello, good morning. Welcome.
This is Precious from Ikorodu.
All right, Precious.
I really appreciate the topic, and I would like us to also pay attention to mental disabilities. There are people who have been through mental illnesses and they are out looking for jobs, who are not given jobs because they don't believe that they can contribute their quota. How do we deal with women who have been through mental disabilities? How do they earn an income? How do they get empowered? Thank you so much, Kofi.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you calling in. We'll take another couple of calls and I go back to our guest. 99.3, good morning. Please go on. Your name, location.
Good morning, Kofi. This is Kenny.
Welcome.
Yes. I'm so thrilled about the lady in the studio right there. I'm just wanting to talk to her directly. Madam, what you're doing, what you're doing is actually encouraging a whole lot of people, particularly in Nigeria and the world in general, for you to go above what challenges you have. You said you started at the tender age of 2, and now you're in your 50s, and you're just always reaching for the stars. You are a laudable example, quintessential person in our time. I want you to please continue to encourage everyone with disabilities. Now, I have a specific challenge that I, go through. I'm not going to go into the details, but I found out my own situation is kind of different because I have a strong support system. So it's almost negligible in terms of the impact on me. And that said, I find myself in a position whereby I'm frequently, a go-to person that pulls other people up. So I'm like a mentor to other people that have challenges. So, and that's exactly how I see you, madam. You have done so much. I am so pleased with you. Keep up the good work. I'll keep listening in because I do need to help some people, and I'm just listening to your handle so that I'll see how I can help those people after the program is over. Wonderful, wonderful work. God bless
Thank you. Thank you so much, Precious. Keep doing the good work. We can only do a bit from our little corner as well. Thank you.
Of course. Thank you, dear.
Thank you, Kenny. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right. Thank you, Kenny. We have our next listener, 99.3. Good morning. Your name, location, and contribution, please.
Hello, good morning.
Welcome. Hello, are you there, please? Okay, we can't hear you. I'm sorry, I have to let you go call back. So, madam, Kenny has a commendation, and also we appreciate Kenny, but you can respond to Kenny and also to the first caller who talked about mental disability and what people who have to go through that face in society.
Yeah, thank you so much, Kenny, for your beautiful words. I appreciate that. I tried as much as possible to lend my voice to causes that empower people living with disability and to create advocacies around disability issues in the country as well. And I do a lot of that on my social media pages. And to Precious, responding about people with mental health or people that have had mental health issues and looking for means of empowerment. Honestly, I can just understand it because it's so annoying because we even have proverbs in our cultures across the country that stigmatizes disability. I remember where this proverb that really comes to my mind is the one they say about, when a person that has been treated of madness laughs too high, they will think that your madness has not left you. That is a stigmatizing statement to make because this is someone that has gone through a whole lot, has come out of it, recovered from it, and is now trying to fend for herself. But you still see the person as, she's still in that pit. She's still a mad woman. I cannot trust her with my business. I cannot trust her to work in the same environment as I am. And it's so discouraging. Some people just give up at some point. But I will not say that the government is not doing their best because we have the Discrimination Against Disability Prohibition Act of 2018.
Okay.
Why this is a step forward? It needs to be more than just words on paper. It's a different thing to make the law. Enforcement is where the issue is.
Yes, indeed.
I believe there should be forum where people that have been discriminated against, there should be platforms where you can register your grievance that, I applied to this company for a job.
All right. Okay, madam, we'll come back to you in a jiffy. We want to go pay our bills, and we'll continue the conversation with Miss Adekunle. Stay with us, please.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We'll be right back.
He done of trading himself. James, hello.
Susan, I beg. Say you dey whine me.
For where? You who no longer depend solely on your salary.
So you people trade and don't carry us along in this office, Abi? Jerry, now you they talk like this. Who doesn't want an extra stream of income? But I'm still looking for better trading conditions, I beg. Fast execution of my trades and possibly an account where swap no go carry all my profits where I no know.
Guy, hfm.com.
For me, I wouldn't mind better spreads at all, and it won't be a bad idea to be able to make withdrawals in a flash.
All we want is transparency and great customer service.
Guys, I said hfm.com.
Which one is hfm.com again?
Switch to HFM today to enjoy ultra-fast execution, 1 to 2,000 leverage, tight spreads, swap-free, and more.
Guy, show us the way now.
Wait, are you sure deposits and withdrawals are sharp?
I said
hfm.com.
Visit www.hfm.com. HFM, online trading at its finest.
Hey, here's a question for you. What gets you out of bed in the morning? Is it the sunrise? The sound of your alarm? No, it's that dream, that drive, that unstoppable force inside you. And you know what fuels that drive? It's starting your day strong with the rich, creamy taste of Nescafe Original 3-in-1, carefully crafted from selected coffee beans. So, whatever your hustle, go from maybe or I can't to I can and I will. Nescafe Original 3-in-1. Start strong, finish strong.
It's tough out there, but you need to keep on moving. Here at Total Energies, we've been innovating for over 70 years to offer you quartz engine oil that protect your car and SUV engines, improve performance and increase fuel efficiency. There's a quartz for every engine type, thermal, hybrid and electric, bringing you outstanding efficiency and prolonged engine life, along with a reduction in polluting emissions with quartz lubricants formulated to protect emission control systems. Save on maintenance with quartz lubricants and keep your engines younger for longer. Experience Total Energies premium lubricants through the years.
To own your own house? The federal government, through the Ministry of Finance Incorporated, is making it easy for every Nigerian to own a house. The Ministry of Finance Incorporated Real Estate Investment Fund, MREIF, is a 1 trillion naira government-backed initiative designed to provide affordable, long-term mortgage financing for home buyers across Nigeria, with low-interest mortgages and repayment periods of up to 20 years. Act now. Visit mreif.arm.com.ng to learn more or email us at mreif@arm.com.ng. The door to home ownership is open. Don't miss this opportunity.
Life is always full of wahala, but there is music, passion, feelings, and good vibes. Take a ride with InDrive app to get there on your own terms. You decide what your life will be full of and choose a fair price for this ride. InDrive. The InDrive online passenger transportation aggregator is not a taxi service. Find more information at www.indrive.com.
Is it okay to make fun of our tooth gap? Let's have a talk. Colgate makes your teeth so strong. Stop cover your mouth. Not to do yanga with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate. Zero cavities and fresh breath. If you use a Colgate paste. Not to do yanga with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate. Colgate, #1 oral care brand in the world.
Did you hear about Shadi? What happened? She bashed someone's car and her basic insurance was only able to cover the other person's damage. She had to repair her car with her own money.
Sometimes third-party insurance is not enough for your car. Introducing Flexi Comprehensive Motor Insurance by Hares General Insurance, the affordable choice for smart car owners. The Hares Flexi Comprehensive Motor Insurance Plan costs as low as 25,000 naira for a whole year and provides coverage for you and the other person up to a limit. In the event of a motor accident, Hares General Insurance will pay to fix your car and the other person's car too. So, upgrade to Flexi Motor Insurance Plan from Hares General Insurance. Visit www.hairsinsurancegroup.com, that is HEIRS, or call 0700 434 7746 to get started.
Halilas, Ramadan Kareem to you to Hajia. I see you're doing a little shopping.
Yes, so you know Ramadan is a time to nourish our spirit, minds, and bodies. And I'm stocking up on Bonvita to share with my family and friends so we can all win every day this Ramadan.
I came here for the same reason.
This Ramadan, walk into any store and buy the 450-gram pack of Bonvita today to enjoy 50-gram extra for free. Promo valid while stock lasts. Terms and conditions apply. Bonvita. Prepare them to win every day.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
What is health? It's more than the absence of illness. It's the state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. But let's delve deeper. Health is the heartbeat of life. It's the rhythm that keeps us moving forward. The pulse that echoes our vitality. It's a symphony of balance and harmony, resonating in every aspect of our existence. Health is a silent conductor, orchestrating the dance between the body and mind. It's the energy that propels us towards our dreams and aspirations. It is the foundation upon which we build our futures. So, what is health to you? Join me, Kofi Bartels, this and every Thursday for Health Thursday, 8 a.m. on the Morning Crossfire as we explore important issues affecting your health. Only on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
This is Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Lagos, Nigeria, and wherever you're listening from in the world, welcome back. It's still the Morning Crossfire right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Health Thursday. Despite Nigeria recording progress towards achieving disability inclusive society, by passing, for instance, the National Disability Act, like I guess, and some of the laws that, like I guess, has mentioned, some of the 36 states have also domesticated this act, the likes of Plateau, Ekiti, Lagos, Bauchi, Kaduna, and so on. It's being reported and documented that persons with disability still face unique challenges. You've been hearing, I guess, reel out some of the challenges that persons with disability or unique abilities face. We've talked about discrimination, lack of access to, facilities in health, institutions, lack of tools that are meant for persons with disability and women living with disability, social, challenges like stigma. We also have financial barriers, inadequate healthcare services, and all that. Now, these are the challenges that often result in limited access to the necessary medical care. Are there more effective ways that the government can deploy, solutions, or are there solutions the government can deploy in addressing these issues that people, women living with disability face, so that they can improve their healthcare and accessibility for all individuals, especially those with disability? And how more can we be better prepared as a society, you and I, to ensure healthcare services are disability inclusive? Now, if you're a woman listening this morning with unique abilities, or you're differently abled, please call in and share your experience with us. If you'd love to lend your voice to this discussion in any way, to the movement, to advocate for the rights of women living with disabilities, please call right now and lend your voice, all right? Because this is an opportunity for you to be heard, and of course to encourage your advocacy, for your rights and opportunities. So let's do that. Don't forget, this is all in commemoration of International Women's Day, which comes up on March 8th. That's this weekend. And of course, today being Health Thursday, we're choosing to mark International Women's Day ahead of March 8th. All right, and we're looking at the inclusion of healthcare services for women with disabilities, among other issues, as we raise awareness about discrimination. Now, let's talk a bit about International Women's Day. Since 1911, March 8th has been the day that the global community has set aside to celebrate women using the International Women's Day. It's spotlighting the victories, advocating for systemic change in policies and norms, as we're doing with our guest, towards advancing gender equality. What's the theme for this year's International Women's Day? It's Accelerating Action, I guess, to tell us more about that and her views on that theme as it relates to our topic this morning. She is Miss Oluwayemisi Adekunle, who is a board member of Project Enable Africa, where she advocates for disability inclusion across Africa. She's also a PR person and a marketing person as well, which excites me. Please call 0201 277 0993. 0201 277 0993. We have 0201 465 7190. 0201 465 7190. Even if you're a man, you'd like to lend your voice to this advocacy, please feel free to do that. I guess has talked about her personal experience. She's talked about the experience of other women. The societal aspect is very important. She's mentioned stigma. Even some of our traditional proverbs. Madam, is it a Yoruba proverb or is it an English proverb? Can you say it in local language? These are the things we have to change that you mentioned.
Okay, the proverb, right?
Yeah.
Tí wèrè bá rẹ̀ táláwò kù bá rẹ́rìn jù, wọ́n á ní wèrè ara ẹ̀ ní ò tí ì tán.
And please, the translation?
That when a mentally challenged woman, a mentally challenged person who has been treated laughs too loudly, they will say that her madness has not yet been fully treated.
And these are the things that we say, and we do not support people who have mental disability, amongst others. It's really sad. We need to change, that aspect of society. Okay. We have a call coming through, but before I pick the next set of calls, what specific? Okay, you've talked about the barriers, historically, that women have faced, but let's look about the voices of women with disabilities. What specific barriers do you think are blocking or are serving as obstacles for the voices or to the voices of women with disabilities being heard in Nigeria's society? And what can we do to dismantle these barriers, preventing women with disabilities from voicing out their challenges and struggles in order to ensure that we can help them and we can also help others who are concerned?
Okay, thank you so much, Kofi. So there was something you said when you were introducing the program earlier. You said that you've been talking so much about women's health and different health, but you've never spoken about health of women living with disability.
Yeah.
So there's like a blanket over this conversation in the media. A lot of media attention has not been drawn to it. You don't see a lot of media houses going all out to speak about these things. Maybe they just feel it's not a necessary conversation to have, or it's just something that never occurred to anyone to bring to the table. So, that those are some of the barriers that I will say. And, when we don't create awareness about these things, people don't know that they even exist. People just live with it as if it's normal. Even as I am, I still see people staring at me awkwardly when I walk. I still see people whispering and calling me names that are not dignifying when I walk into a place, And we have a name that describes things in the most humiliating way. That if you don't come with enough self-confidence in yourself, you might practically want to just hide somewhere. So, all those things still keep the voices away. People don't want to talk about it because you are okay. There are some families that they don't even allow you to see their children that are living with disability. So when a child is being kept away from infancy, that is not being allowed to express herself, to be seen among other children in the family, what kind of confidence does that child grow up with? Of course, low self-esteem comes with the package for that child from the get-go. So the child is not even able to express him or herself out there. The child grows up into a woman that believes she needs to hide. She does not need to be seen. So even when she has an opinion, has an idea about something, or when she has an issue and she wants to voice it, she feels, nobody will hear me because I'm not to be heard. I'm not to say it. I'm not to, in some places you are not even allowed to discuss your disability. You're not supposed to talk about it. It's not even a conversation that you should have with anyone. And When I've had instances where if I try to talk about it, that one is, like try to brush it aside. But I don't allow you to brush me aside. I bring it up. I've had people that say to me that, but why are you always talking about disability on your social media pages? I say, hello, I grew up in an age where social media was not there. When you write an article, you take it to you take transport to take it to a media house to get it published. Now I have a tool, I have a voice, I have a platform I can use. So you want me to now keep quiet about something that I believe I should discuss about my own plight, about plight of other women? No, I will speak about it, and you can't shut me down. I've had people chat with me and say that, let me see, you're taking this thing too far. We've known you all these years. We don't believe you should. No, please, I have to talk about it.
Absolutely.
So, those are things that I can just imagine if I'm someone that is easily intimidated, if you come to me and be like, why are you always talking about this disability thing? By now, I would have stopped posting about it on my social media platforms. But I believe that, no, one day at a time, we have to keep saying it. We have to keep voicing it out until we see the change that we desire.
All right, fantastic. We'll pick a next call. We have already picked it. We have next list down the line. 99.3, good morning, your name, location, and contribution, please. Hello, are you there? Okay, I think the caller is, can't hear us. It's so interesting because generally we lump disability issues just together. We don't look at specifically, women are special. Women have require special attention because they face different challenges from everybody else. Yes. And we don't normally separate women disability issues from the general disability issues. And I think that is something that we need to do more. So I'm grateful for your words and your insight and the work that you're doing, madam. 99.3, good morning. Hello. Your name, location, and contribution, please.
Good morning, Mr. Kofi.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. So first off, let me say thank you to you, Mr. Kofi, for considering the women living with disabilities and for bringing your amazing guest here. I was also intimidated when you were reeling out her accomplishments. Madam, I commend you. What you're doing is laudable. What you're doing is encouraging. As a mother with a child living with disabilities, societal stigmatization is one of the very bane we face as mothers. And so you see women tend to hide their children with disabilities because they just look at it that the society is rejecting me. How do I cope? But because of my own advocacy for my own child, people have become friends with me because they see the brazen way I speak about my child, not caring whose ox is God. You can't know me and not know my child. My child is my identity as far as I'm concerned. And that's why I'm so happy at what you're doing. Now, I was trying to explain my child's condition to somebody, and the man looked at me and said, and that triggered something, but because I am a woman, I am a force you cannot but reckon with, it didn't deter me from, I just told him politely, I said, sir, no, he's not an imbecile. He's a child with abilities. Only that his own disability, there's ability, I had to reset his brain. I had to give him a paradigm shift. And that's what we should do as mothers, as women, living or training or catering for children living with disabilities. Another woman might be deterred by what he has said. But no, that is not me. Now, what I want you to appeal to, or who I want you to speak to this morning, since we are in the spirit of the Women's Day now, is the women. Most mothers hide their children. It's bewildering. I understand the fact that society places so much pressure on them, but please, as much as it lies within you, if you can decide to brace up and put your child out there, if you're saying you are not seeing assistance, if you front your child, God will certainly make a way. Your child should be your identity. You have other children, quite all right, but this particular child needs extra care. I am Esther Oboli, and nobody knows me without knowing my own child. That is what we should be telling the women. The clarion call that if I can do it, you can do much more. Thank you so much for coming on air today, Mr. Kofi. God bless you. God bless you. God bless Nigeria in full.
Right,
thank you for giving us a voice this morning.
Thank you. I think all the commendation goes to the groups that put this together and reached out to us, come on air. Madam, this I'll come to you, but this issue of families hiding their children who have physical challenges is worrying. I'll come back to you. We have another caller on the line. 99.3.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Welcome. Your name, location, and condition, please.
My name is Oluwayemisi, and I'm calling you from Lagos, Nigeria. Okay, so to start with, I'm a legal impairment. I like to call myself blind. And with all what Madam Yemisi has said, it's really, I was just smiling because I have a lead.
Sorry, I can't hear her.
Yeah, I think the network is
Oh, there.
Are you there? Oh, and I was trying to get a copy of number. Okay, please call back. Let's see. That should be 0. Okay, I'll try and get back to her, see if I can call her back. All right, we're picking another call while we try to get back to that last caller. She was saying she was visually impaired. 99.3, good morning. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, welcome. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, your name, location.
Yeah. I'm Frank from Sudbury. Yeah.
Frank,
I want to use this opportunity to thank Madam for the work she's doing because I do similar work, but as a Christian, as a pastor in the Redeemed Christian Church of God, there's a center called Education Social Center at Yaba, very close to King's College, where we normally go. There's a particular children, some with a different type of a disability. And I want to use this opportunity to thank the Lagos State. They are doing so much about this our children. But when you get there, the environment is very good, but it's not well maintained. But we, as a Christian, as a pastor, as a worker in the church, we go there every Sunday to contribute our little water, giving them the little arm as much as we can. But that is not enough. And a lot of those children are hiding there. Every Sunday, we normally take a record of them. That particular center, there are 48. There are 48, both boys and girls. There's a particular girl, is about 23 years. You kind of see me coming as a pastor to minister to pray for them every day. You see the excitement from them. Welcoming me, in different way. So please, I'm giving the opportunity because where they're staying, there's a correctional center there again for boys. But where these children are staying, it's not well kept. It's not neat enough.
What's the name of
the government is not?
What's the name of the center again, please?
It gets to special center at Yaba, just very close to Queen's College.
Okay.
There's another center where they kept old people home, old people. So, but that one is it's okay. But this particular center, this is a special center. I was the person who discovered that place and reported to my church. Okay. And every Sunday, we normally go there to minister to them and pray for them. That's the little I just
It's not well kept, is what you say. Thank you, sir.
Please
keep up the good work. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. We have another listener on the line, 99.3. Good morning.
Yeah, this is Oluwayemisi calling back. Can you hear me?
Yes, great to have you back. Yes, please go.
All right. So, like I said, you see, Nigeria is a society, not even Nigeria actually. We are in a country or world where disability is first seen as a curse. And when we talk about the health sector, it's really appalling. I've been in a situation where I go to the medical center and, the nurse, instead of directing or talking to me, because she believes that because she cannot see, she then talks to my assistant. Oh, sorry, what is wrong with her? And I'm like, what's that? Is it my assistant that is not feeling fine or me? And you see, that doesn't even end there. When you meet the doctor and you have something you want to discuss with the doctor, if I wasn't having a disability or an impairment, I would speak to the doctor one-on-one. When you get to the hospital and you want to talk to the doctor, you don't have your privacy. You cannot openly talk to the doctor because your assistant is there. So I believe there are several things that it's not just about policies that need to be in place. It's also self, empathy first. As a doctor, it doesn't take, so much to say, oh, sorry, please, can you excuse us for a while? And if the person comes, can go because I might come with an illness that I don't want my next neighbor to hear about. So There are several things, and maybe a woman with, or a prosthesis user comes to the hospital to deliver, and the next year the nurse say, who do this to you? They do not even pity you. You understand that kind of stigma, and you be like, and it's even worse when it comes to marriages of women with disabilities, where it's so difficult. They feel that you do not deserve to be loved. So there are several things, and I do tell people it's one step at a time, because disability happened to me today, it might happen tomorrow, and it can be very hard for you to include yourself back to society. And just like the team at Project Enable, because I also work at Project Enable Africa, so just like the team that we are, pushing out there is to accelerate action. Let us do this first from our end. Let's understand that disability is inability.
All right.
It's not bad for you to see disability is the word. So that's just what we're championing. Thank you very much.
Thank
you.
Well done, thank you very much, Madam. Let's move on from that. We have a lot to do in health, in the health sector, to make sure that we provide the necessary care for people living with disabilities, and particularly for women with disability. I want you to briefly share your experiences from other parts of the world, if you wouldn't mind. And then also after that, talked about how we can accelerate action from all the stakeholders involved. Please go ahead.
Okay, so in other parts of the world, you don't get, they don't see disability as a cause. You are treated and respected as a human being like every other person. They don't see you as somebody that they cannot treat equally, or they just treat shabbily in any way they like. It's not like that. And when she talks about the healthcare, I can really, really relate, because there was a time I was on a wheelchair, and the wheelchair is not those ones that are operated by you. I need someone to be pulling me. So whenever I need to go to the hospital and they pull me into the doctor's room, the doctor will, maybe I tell the person that pulled me in that, oh, please excuse me. No, let us stay. I can't be calling out for someone to come and take you out when I'm done. It will not take long. I need my privacy. I don't want to discuss this in the presence of this person. But, that's why I said healthcare in Nigeria, a lot of the healthcare workers still need to be trained on how to attend to people living with disability. Then the stigma is not there in other parts of the world. You are not stigmatized. You are treated with respect. There are facilities readily available for you wherever you go to. You see ramps in virtually every building, so that if you are using a wheelchair, you can easily pull your wheelchair through on the ramp. Then the ramps have railings that you can hold. If you are, there are facilities, and you see the thoughtfulness that goes into planning such places, that they took into consideration people living with disability. There was an incident that happened sometime last year. I went for a program, a food festival, and to my dismay, there was no parking space provision for people living with disability. How do you even begin to plan an event and you are not even putting into consideration people living with disability? How do you plan an event and you don't even have toilet facilities specifically designed for people living with disability? How do you have a workspace that you don't have ramps for people that have limited mobility challenge in that place? How do you hire people and you intentionally segregate people living with disability so that they do not have access to such? Those are things that needs to be looked into. The Disability Discriminatory Act of 2018 is not something that should just rest on paper. It should be something that we work on it and bring it to life, make it a way of life. It's not something that we just talk about it and we forget about it on International Disability Day.
Okay. Madam, we have to leave it at that. I really, really wish we had more time, because there's a lot to talk about this. We will have further conversation on this in the coming days, weeks, and months. And I'd like to thank you for your time, Oluwayemisi Adekunle, who was a board member of Project Enable Africa, and also to all of you at Project Enable Africa for the work you're doing. I want to encourage everyone out there to be mindful and thoughtful. I think thoughtfulness is the word that comes to mind listening to all you said. Thank you very much for your time, and happy International Women's Day to you.
Thank you so much, Kofi.
Thank you.
It's been nice speaking with you.
Thank you very much. I'll stay in touch. Let's go pay our bills.
Mama, 99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.